Jumbo, my Rafikis! What's up? Simba here, and I'm here for a very special vlog. Now, anybody who's familiar with my channel knows I have a serious affinity for Africa and its wildlife. This even carries over to the video games that I play. But before I continue, I should make a quick disclaimer. I don't hunt in real life. Whenever I play a hunting game, it's purely just to enjoy the graphics and see any challenges that come. With that being said, on to the subject of this vlog, and that is video games I play that are set in Africa. Now, the first one's a no-brainer. The Lion King for Super Nintendo. It's a really fun game, but it's hard. In fact, it took me tops 20 tries to beat this game. The most frustrating levels were I Just Can't Wait to Be King, Simba's Exile, Be Prepared, and Simba's Return. But it's still a really fun game, and I say, if you're a die-hard Lion King fan, you gotta get it. Up next is another Lion King game. The Lion King, Simba's Mighty Adventure for PS1. This follows the storyline of the original Lion King and the Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. And the levels themselves are pretty fun, but what's even more cool is that for the cutscenes, they use footage from the movies, which is kind of like watching the movies themselves. And again, I say, if you're a die-hard Lion King fan, you gotta get this. Up next, Wild Earth African Safari for the Wii. Here you play as a photographer trying to take the best photos of the animals that live on the Serengeti. And each level revolves around a different species. The first level is about elephants. There's also a level about giraffes and rhinos, one about lions, even one about vultures. It also comes with little mini games, with my personal favorite being any where you play as an animal. This is a fun game, but I'd say it's even harder than the Lion King, but still worth checking out. Up next, Sim Animals Africa, a sequel to the popular game Sim Animals, but in this one, not only can you feed and interact with the animals, you can actually control them too, and they have their own specific talents. Just to name a few, the lion's talent is pouncing, the elephant is spraying, the zebra is kicking, and the crocodile is hunting in the water. What's even more cool is that it comes with a little story about a merchant who became a king and let the power go to his head, and he blocked off the tree of life. So when we get to the level where we meet gorillas, we have to control a gorilla to heal the tree of life. It's a pretty fun game. Up next is Jumbo Safari Animal Rescue for the Wii. I did a video on this before that I hope to remake in the future. But to recap on what the premise is, you train to be a ranger at a game preserve in, I assume, either Kenya or Tanzania, and in it you rescue sick animals and then you take them over to cure them. Up next is the first hunting game in this collection, Cabela's African Adventure. Unlike most hunting games I play, this one is story-driven, where you play a guy named Mr. Mason who, while in addition to hunting animals on the savannas, including the Big Five, which to recap are the elephant, the lion, the buffalo, the rhino, and the leopard, you're also trying to find a treasure for a shady guy, and at the end of each level, you have to fight the deadliest of the Big Five, with the final boss being a man-eating lion called the Black Cloud. It's fun to play and very intense, especially when you have to fight the Black Cloud at the end. Up next is Cabela's African Safari for Xbox 360. I used to own a copy of this for the computer, but I lost my computer copy, so I got this for the Xbox 360, where you go on a safari through the countries of South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and in this version of the game, Tanzania, and you hunt the basic kinds of safari animals like zebras, impala, warthog, etc. and they include the big five, but they also add in the hippo and the crocodile to make it a combo called the Dangerous Seven. And at the end of each level, you have to take on one of these animals. At the end of South Africa, you got to take on a rhino. At the end of Namibia, a leopard. At the end of Botswana, an elephant. At the end of Zimbabwe, 3 buffalo. At the end of Mozambique, 2 lions. And at the end of Tanzania is a hippo and a crocodile. Pretty fun game, and I especially love the graphics and the narrator. And the final of the hunting games, Remington Super Slam Hunting Africa for the Wii. Now, unlike the last 2 hunting games, this one's more in an arcade style. And again, you hunt the basic types of safari animals. And while you also have to collect masks and coins that score you specific points. And of course, you got to deal with dangerous animals. It's still pretty fun. And last but not least, Safari Adventures Africa, where you play as either one of 2 characters, Alex or Emma, and they travel to different parts of Africa, including the mountains of Ethiopia, the Congo River Basin, the Namib Desert, and so forth, helping out different endangered species of animals, whether it be healing them, fixing their homes, or protecting them from a reckless tourist named Rashburn and an evil poacher named Blubberbucket Mank. And this does feature some very well-known African animals like elephants, giraffes, zebras, hippos, cheetahs, lions, and gorillas. But it's also introduced me as a kid to some more lesser-known African animals like the Walia ibex or the Turaco. Again, I used to have this for the computer, but when I found it for Wii, it's still pretty fun. Well, that was it. My vlog about my video games set in Africa. Asante for watching. Hope you liked it. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave requests in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And Hakuna Matata. Kwaheri.